Welcome back to Base Sunday. Our next guest is a gender specialist whose latest book has become a must-read for families who have raised or are currently raising transgender or gender variant children. It is a delicate process that requires love, acceptance, and a lot of emotional support. The book is called Transitions of the Heart, Stories of Love, Struggle, and Acceptance by Mothers of Transgender and Gender Variant Children. Let's say hi to the editor and the therapist, Rachel Pepper. How are you?
Good morning. Good to be here.
Good to have you. Now, this is not something we see in a baby book or anything like that. It's we were just talking, not new, but at least we're talking about it now, right?
Correct. Yes, you will not find this information in any baby book or child rearing book, but I think that will change one day as society comes along and its understanding.
Take us through the process. If you're a parent or if you're a child that is going through the change, trying to figure it out, what happens? What happens in the family dynamic? What happens to the child?
Well, that's a good point because it is a parallel process. As children transition, so too must parents. And there are many steps to this process. I would say for parents, it's really about love and acceptance because that's all that any child wants and that is what every child deserves.
Well, most parents love their kids, but not all parents accept who they are.
Correct.
That's a problem, right?
That is a problem, and particularly for transgender children, that can lead to higher rates of homelessness and higher rates of mental health issues down the road, suicide even.
Yeah. Take us through some of the things that they do face, self-esteem, bullying, that kind of thing.
Well, absolutely. There can be bullying, there can be a high rate of depression. If you know yourself to be something and everyone tells you you're not that, imagine the anxiety that you would face and feel going out into the world every day.
Yeah, and a lot of these, a lot of the people you depict in the stories from the mothers are children. And they figure this out at a pretty young age. In fact, you had a 1-year-old baby, I guess, that had some tendencies even at a year old. Do they know it quickly? And
I think we all have a sense of our gender identity pretty young. It's not something that many people think about. They just kind of go through life and they're gender normative, so they don't have to think about it because society is set up for them. But indeed, there is a story in the book by a mother whose child, I think it was their first sentence at about 18 months old, who said to their mother, "Mama, I be a boy," and that child was born female. We all know our gender identity very young. It's just children now are becoming a little more brave about expressing it, and parents are listening in a different way now.
Give some advice to parents that might be dealing with this and trying to, be loving and supportive, but may not have the tools to figure it all out.
Absolutely. The first thing is love and support your child, accept your child, believe your child, and do your own education and your own research. Find other parents like yourself online, join a support group, go to a gender conference like Gender Spectrum, attend a play group for other parents and children that are going through the same experience. There's a new even day camp starting in the Bay Area this summer called Bay Area Rainbow Day Camp, which is just for gender variant and transgender children. Find those resources. You can find them online or by asking other parents who you trust.
Congressman Mike Honda from down the peninsula just came out, tweeted that he is the grandfather of a transgender grandchild. What does that mean? I mean, it's got to make other transgenders feel good, that people are out there and supporting.
I would say that the more visibility, the better. And so this doesn't have to be some family secret that's shameful, but that this is just another way of being in the world and that it is normative and that society will have to change as a result of this.
Your stories are told through a mother's perspective.
Yes.
I think I know why, but tell us why you did that.
Well, it was really a decision both with myself and my publisher. Mothers are still the primary caretakers of children in the world, and they really have that heart connection with their children. And so it was just an opportunity to have them express their own experience of raising a child who's different and the transformative experience that they themselves have to go through.
One story you can share with us from the book that kind of struck you, perhaps?
There's still some stories that make me cry to this day when I read them, and it's a little bit of time since it's been published. There's some that are so beautifully written. I would say, Anna Randolph's story is just so lovely. Just the tone of curiosity and the journey that these mothers have to go through to get to a place of acceptance. It just renders you, warm and fuzzy. You just want to say, wow, I wish that I could be that good a parent. I wish that I could be that accepting and loving, and I hope that I get there.
Well, the reaction to the book, it's been great, and thank you for coming in and sharing.
Thank you
All
so
the
much for
best.
having me.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Rachel, you can purchase a copy of Transitions of the Heart at your local bookstore, or you can go online. That's our show, folks. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you next Sunday right here on Base Sunday. Take care.